the Untethered Muse podcast, only on YouTube, with the beautiful, the most incredible host of all. There she is, Dawn.
Miss America. No, just
America.
kidding. Thanks, congratulations. Say hello to Brian. Ooh, 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 ooh. You beautiful motherfucking souls. Today is Monday. And today we did it. We made it. We made it through fucking the Super Bowl. Go fucking Chiefs. Fuck the Chiefs, but Chiefs, they won, and that's it. Done. It's done. It's over with. Cry and yell. I don't know. Hopefully you're not hungover on this Monday morning, but congratulations to all of you for rising the fuck above and making it through this ever-evolving, confusing, messy, lonely thing called life. We're here. We did it. We did it, man, and we continue to do it every day. Fuckers, I feel you. Continue to do what you're doing, and yeah, that's just to tell you. You know what? When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Or the going gets tough, the tough. When the going gets tough, it's going. So,
Tough gets going.
the tough gets going. So,
Take this
yeah.
job and shove it. I ain't working here no more.
Yeah, that's right. I ain't working. And take your fucking. But yeah, dude, go fucking Eagles. I mean, fucking Chiefs. I don't. Did you watch the game? Did you
No.
watch the game?
Everybody
No.
asks me if I'm watching the game. Even your followers are like messaging me, "Are you having fun watching the game?" I'm like, I'm not even watching the game.
Dude, it wasn't like a game that I'm like, bro. And I'm usually a football. I'm like a sports team. Like, hey, I need the game because Aiden want to watch it. But dude,
I mean,
Eagles.
if Detroit or Cleveland was in it, I would have watched it.
I mean, if the Chargers and fucking the Raiders were in it, I would have fucking watched that shit for real. That's never gonna happen. So.
And then my mom's bugging me all day, to get it for her, because the only thing she wanted to watch was the halftime.
I didn't even. I heard it was pretty shitty, but Rihanna, right? Was it Rihanna?
Yeah, they're always shitty.
I like the Janet
Last year
Jackson.
was shitty. The year before that was shitty.
No. When they had the fucking West Side, like that was dope, like Snoop Dogg and shit. But they had some pretty. This one was not good, or what?
Nope.
Was it Rihanna?
Yeah.
Rihanna wasn't good, dude.
I think they've been going downhill for the last like 4 years.
For real, I liked.
They used to be like fucking awesome. Now it's like they try to make as much money as possible. Like one show I watched, I think it was, I don't know, last year or the year before, they like threw as many artists as possible in there. And it wasn't even a show. It was just like, let's see how many artists we can throw in here.
I think that was last year. I think you're talking about. I really liked. I think it was last year. The Snoop Dogg. It was like the West Coast. Fucking, I don't know. Too short and shit. Anyway, go. Congratulations, Chiefs, and whatever the fuck that means.
I like the old school halftime shows.
Yeah,
I'm old
go
school.
Lakers.
Everything I do is old school.
Go Lakers.
I like old cars. I like old bikes. I like old TV shows. I like old stuff.
Off the wall. He's off the wall. He's your shirt is bad.
I'm off the wall.
I like a shirt. So yeah. There's something I was gonna say. Oh, go Lakers. I like to touch on sports sometimes when I'm fucking here, not over there. Yeah, so let's fucking continue. What the fuck are we talking about today? What the fuck is going on, dude?
The topic today, and sometimes we don't have a topic, it's just freestyle, but guess what? We have a topic today, and it is, here it is. People become a product of their environment.
Oh my
Can they overcome this? Some people truly believe they can never overcome this, and the way they grew up from their parents or grandparents, whatever, is the way, because obviously you see yourself and what your parents or grandparents were doing if they had bad habits or whatever, and you're doing the same things. Some people actually believe they cannot change that, like alcoholism, drugs, or hoardism. People have a hoarding problem.
God.
They're like, well, that's the way I was raised, and they truly believe they cannot change that. I say bullshit.
Yeah, I call bullshit. Alex, can I have number? I don't even know, but I call bullshit as well. And the reason why do you say bullshit on that? Why do you call bullshit?
Because we are, as a human being, the most sophisticated machine in the universe.
We are?
We are. And we have the ability to change anything we want because our cells constantly change. They constantly die and heal and make new again. That means your brain can also change. It's not like you were programmed. A robot is programmed one way. The only way it can change is someone has to change it, or it has to be able to be programmed to change itself.
Yeah.
A human can change on will, on instant, on thought, on the ability to say, I want to do this, I want to overcome this, I want to stop smoking, I want to do this, I want to lose weight. They can do it on instant just by thought.
Mind over matter. I think I agree with that to the extent of, yes, we from fucked up past, right? Like, we are brought into this world. We've talked about into this world by people that have fucking traumas that throw it onto us. We're like the fucking dartboard, and you get fucking ding, 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 ding. Like, we don't know who the fuck we are, what we're doing. So this is how we're growing up. So I'm gonna. I was just talking to myself in the mirror about this because I have something that's coming up. I was talking to myself saying, like, yo, like,
That's awesome.
dude, like, I do that. I talk to myself in the mirror because just talk to myself.
That's
I don't know
good.
if it's
That's a good thing.
good or bad or indifferent.
No, that's a
I don't
good
know,
thing.
but
That's clarity
like,
right there. That's clarity right there.
or it's like cuckoo, whatever you want to.
No, it's not. It's not cuckoo.
It's me talking to myself, my mental to hear. Like, I just need to like you're. I don't know if anybody does eye to eye mirror contact. They do that. I literally talk to myself like I'm talking to a person. And I'm just like, dude, like, you were, brought up this way. Thanks, Mom, for the Xanax. Thank you for, labeling me these attachments and labels. You're an alcoholic. Just doing this before we got on the podcast. No fucking lie, man. If you were a fly on the wall, you'd see it. And like, she made her life become like, she put hers onto me, right? So I would be mom. This her was now me, and I was this, and this was the way that I was supposed to live my life, right? I was supposed to sleep with men. I had to work a job, like I had to be up here, wear dinner, black cards, all of these things. Until it switched, right? Until something happened, it's just like, it's really, you can change it, but it's really fucked off when you're placed with that you have to dissect yourself to kind of figure, right? You have to, really gotta dissect. You gotta go through all this fucking bullshit.
I mean, not only dissect yourself, but sometimes you have to break yourself down and start from the beginning again, because your whole entity of who you are, your cells, your mind, your soul, your spirit has all been programmed through life. And then you reach a point to where you're like, this ain't me, this is not how I want to be. Like, for example, myself, I noticed probably in my late 20s, like my whole family was like hoarders, and then my friends were also hoarders, and I'm like,
Dang.
I don't want to live this way, I don't want to live this way. I'm like, where's all this, why does all this shit keep piling up around me? And so you have to look at that, and then you have to admit it, and then talk to yourself and be like, I don't want to live this way, and then that's when you can change. Some
And that's
people refuse to fucking change or admit they even have a fucking problem.
the shit kicker that that's the shit kicker. It is being held accountable. You're not. It's take the fucking blindfold off. Look at it for what it is. No one's gonna fuck it. I don't know. And I still am going through it. And then just want that. What's it? That love. Like you just want your program to a certain reason because other people don't want to look at themselves, and you're stuck in this. But to change, it takes a lot of fucking hard ass work. It takes honesty. It takes knowing that you can't bullshit. It takes losing people. It takes losing a whole fucking supported you, raised you, whatever the fuck. And it's not easy. It's not easy stepping into. I mean, did you go through it? Like you said 20 years ago. Wait, decide. So we're all brought into this world by a fucking people that we're taught these certain traits and attachments and what to do, how to love, who to be. You come to terms with like, I don't fucking want to do this, man. Like what changed that for you?
Just the fact that it just hits you one day, like for example, you might see how other people live, or experience how they live, and you have this feeling like that's how I should be living. And then you look at your own life, and you're like, you look around and you're like, what the fuck, this ain't how I want to
Yeah.
live. And then why am I doing this? And it's like you look around and it's like, I don't even need any of this shit. Why am I keeping it? Why do I keep hoarding all this stuff? Where does it come from? And so that's when you change to be, it's like a feeling that you're like, I want to live like that. That's me over there.
But is it
You can see.
automatic? Did you automatically do it?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
did
for
you
me,
have
it
to
was,
go
I
and
mean,
talk to
I'm sure it's different from different people, but for me,
Yeah.
it was automatic. It was like, almost like instant, like, that's how I want to be. That's how I want to live. Cause that's what I feel inside. Like, I want to be organized. I want to be neat. And I'm not, to this day, I am organized and neat, like, but I have
No, you're
rooms.
not.
I have rooms. I have
No.
rooms where it's not neat because it's not possible when you're working on shit. It's just not possible to be neat and organized. Or if you are, you'd be constantly putting things away and taking them back out. So, anyways, I know how I'm kind of like I'm kind of like in the middle to where I feel like I'm balanced to where, like, my living room is perfectly the way it should be, and then my work room or art room or a garage to where you're working on shit, is a mess. But that's fine because it's supposed to be, right? But
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
what's good about all this is my entire house, my entire life, like my car's perfectly clean. But in the past, everything was constantly a problem, like the car would be cluttered, every room in the house would be cluttered. And
Yeah.
that's what a hoarding problem is. If you ever know anybody who has hoarding problems, every room in their house is a problem. And their car. Go look at their car too.
Yeah, it's like thing with me when I was growing up. I had to like vacuum the carpets. Like it had to be like back and forth, dusting and shit. So I always felt like my life had to be like this perfect clean. And it's good to be clean, right? it's good to be organized. But dude, once I started doing art, people are like, Dawn, like, stop being so like particular. Who cares if there's skinny dog toy? Like, who cares? You know, give yourself a day or two. I couldn't do it. It was like the hardest thing for a day. I always felt like my mom was watching me. Like, she's gonna fucking the carpet's not carpet one day, and I started vacuuming. I'm like, fuck this, and I started vacuuming like the wrong way, and then I'm like the right way. But like I've let that shit go. I've changed that since then, but it's super hard that way. Like you said, it was automatic for you. For me, like, I'm still fucking going through it because literally, really, truly, to the core, and this is gonna make me tear up. I really want the love of my family, right? So I do the best that I can do, and I don't know why the fuck, but that's what it hits, right? It's that root thing. And so I started letting things go. I look at my hair like I'm shaved. You know, I shave my head like I'm doing things different. And it's just like, it's a loss that you can't get back when you start to evolve as yourself and become a person as yourself. It's a little traumatic too. I don't know why I just fucking started. But no more vacuuming the carpets up and down. Fuck that shit. My carpet every day, like, fuck that shit too. So,
Well, in my opinion, that's actually a good habit to have, because what happens is you can always backtrack. See, when you're going the other way and you never clean, it's almost impossible for those people to start cleaning and to become the way you're supposed to. But for you, you were over
I
cleaning.
clean too.
To me, that's
Every day.
awesome. That's awesome
No,
to me, because you can always backtrack.
who cares if like your house is like a little bit dirty? It's okay. But like I have that tendency, but it's hard to you automatic rad. I've been being more like laid house right now. You'd be like, what the fuck? Like, it looks like a tornado hit it, but it's okay. Like, I'm trying to I'm chilling in this mess with fucking cats and dogs, but
Well, you got a lot. I mean, you got a lot to take care of also, you know, so it's a lot harder for
I can
that.
do it all, man. But changing we were taught you can definitely do that. Changing, what was it? Changing that perspective. Who, right?
Oh,
Yes.
changing the product of their environment, or
Yeah.
how they were raised. Like let's say you weren't raised by anybody, but you were raised by your environment. So the only way you learned things was from other people, and then that's who you became. But then you woke up one day and you said, well, I don't want to be this way. And I learned all these things from all the people that I was around. And so one day it hits you. It might not hit you at all. Some people it never hits, but one day it might hit you, and you'd be like, this ain't me. You know, all these things I learned from these people, this is not me. So then you reach out and you start to realize, and you try to find and research and break yourself down to find out who you really are.
It could be even like when you grow up in like a different neighborhood and you have to, adapt to that neighborhood. And do you really have to? I've had to like adapt. I've had to go my gangster ways. Yep, I'm not really gangster. But I've had to do that. I've had to change. It's not, people do not accept you when you change, right?
I mean,
You can't.
well, there's leaders and there's followers. And
Oh,
are you going to be the target? Are you going to be the target, or are you going to be targeting someone else, or are you going to be, you know, the one who knows how to live independently of all that garbage and be yourself, you know?
That's That's a good question. That's good because I came here. It's been like 4 years since I've been here. I was the drunk bitch, and then I was the target. I've always been the target. Always be the target. White like this, but a white woman. Sorry, I'm old. I started targeting. But the thing with me is I started mingled in the targeting conundrum of things, and I don't know. It's hard to say. I like to in my environment. I like to know the people around me. I like to be in and kind of see where I fucking can commingle. And then I'm a product of my environment. Is that a thing? Product of my environment. Is that something that happens?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Oh, yes, no.
I mean, that's something that
And
happens.
then I become a product.
My sister always tells my mom, because my mom has this problem. She always tells my mom, I mean, they don't get along, but when the tiny amounts of time they are together, my sister's always telling my mom, are you going to be prey or predator? You know, because my mom's constantly prey, you know, getting attacked or letting people, yeah, or letting people take advantage of her.
No. I'm not his mom,
And
guys.
my sister cannot stand it that my mom acts this way, but I don't know. I
Do
mean,
it.
when you live alone and you don't have anybody, you don't have a backbone in your life to help you. I mean, all she's got is me, and I'm in another state. But when she's doing things in her own life, and you let people take advantage of you, or it's just like,
Product
you
of your
know,
environment. You become for sale, basically. You become
yeah.
the product of your environment. And what that looks like, I don't suggest it for anyone. I like to take the hard way, the long road. You can either go right or you can go left. And if you choose to go right, you can fucking follow this way, fucking detour. I like to fucking, I like to just go off on my own but at the end of the day, you learn lessons, evolve, and you can change that type of way you are in that environment, a fucking neighborhood somehow. I don't know. You can change it, dude. You can change who the fuck you are if you really fucking want to change it. I wanted to be an alcoholic addict labeled. I never wanted to be the fucking black. I'm not that. I'm a very fucking intelligent human being, but that's just what it looks like. And so changing that is the cost of that, right?
Nothing pisses me off more than when I like read comments or hear people in real life saying, "Oh, I was raised in the ghetto," or "I was born with this way, no parents, no." I mean, I can say to them, "Well, guess what? Guess what? I didn't have a parent either, and I don't do that
Right.
shit. I'm not robbing fucking stores.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking doing this and that. It's fucking bullshit. You're fucking bullshit.
Mhm.
You have a choice, and you made that choice. So fuck you. You know, fuck you."
Fuck you. That's what my son calls him. Karen, be quiet, Karen. That is where I'm at with that. I'm right there with you on that level because in fucking the South, okay, I didn't grow up I'm not fucking what I'm not any of that, but I am a human being, and I am I'm an American.
Oh,
United we stand.
let me add something else.
Right?
I'm also not white privileged because I was fucking constantly attacked by the police every single fucking day because of the car I drove. And once they targeted me, they would not stop targeting me. Every fucking week they would stop me. Every fucking week.
Yeah.
Growing up
Yeah,
during high school.
and what that looks like is like when you're changing like yourself and your environment, right? You're trying to be, but then there's like this shit shitstorm that comes. It's like say this, but I got to. It's gonna come up regardless. But I'm kind of really hard to change uh who you are when we're kind of looks at Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter. We're all fucking like, I'm fucking American, man. You know, united we stand. Each under God, individual, whatever the fuck, right? Under God, we were together. One
American or get the fuck out.
What's happening is change, right? Where you come from, who you are, no matter where you live, is because of the surrounding people that make it harder. And you can do it. You can backbone. It's not fucking easy, but I'm so over. I'm so over everybody politically making people to be independently who they want to be. It doesn't have to, but it has to do with, the stigmas, how society sees people, because you drive for the gas station. I'm working at a gas station, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's me. But I applied for oh, you don't need a job. And I go, well, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was pointed out because I drive, and they judged me for the car. And I was like, what the fuck are you mean? I mean, like, I'm fucking like have all this dollar bills, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not bling. I just have a nice car that was honestly gifted to me. Whatever the fuck. But don't fuck down to, right? This is where we're at. People are judged and stigmatized and because of a fucking car. No, bro, like, I struggle for real. I struggle. Hard to change when people are right in your face, literally. Oh, I'm a fucking Black Lives Matter. You know what? Well, my life matters too. It's not even about black and white. Anybody else. It's about American lives matter. Period. Point.
And if you don't like it, if you don't want to adapt to the American way of life, then get the fuck out, because you can't bring your shit over here and change it, because that ain't ever gonna happen.
Just trying to evolve, like you just said. We're all trying to find our way, right? We're all trying to get out of this childhood trauma, get over it, and go through life without other people that we're just this fucking piece of shit or cheese it or fucking I don't know.
So
anyway,
I mean, we don't have to just talk about like hoardism, but a product of your environment. Like, it could be
not toll, like,
yeah, it could be all kinds of things. Like what she's talking about. It could be there's a big one. I mean, we should probably talk about things that are actually going to help people, like obesity, and
helping people.
You know how many people I know that grew up in a home to where they're overweight and they have an obese problem now because of how their family fed them.
And that's childhood trauma. We were talking about that. Childhood trauma is a real fucking issue. Okay, you can change it. What he says, way when we started this, it's called willpower. I believe in that. You have the mind over matter. If you really want to fucking do so, okay? There is no person, there's no noise. Like I say, stop listening to everybody else around you. You're hard to do it. Just do it. Are you going to be embarrassed? Maybe. Are people going to judge you? Yep. You're just going to have to go through those motions. Are you willing to sacrifice everybody to save your own ass? Fuck yeah, I am. Right? Like, that's just where it comes down to. And it doesn't take. You got to meet the right people, right? You got to have the resources to do that. But you have the capability. You have the power inside of yourself thing that you want to do. And it really makes me sad when you say that, because it's really hard. Said it's the judgments. It's the fucked up world that we live in. That's hard.
Well, remember when I spoke to you about some some chick that reached out to me about her health and her weight, and she asked me how to change that.
Yeah.
Well, something you just mentioned there was, before you even start, the biggest thing you have to think about is your mental state, because it starts up here. I mean, you have to be in the right mental state in order for all this to change to begin with.
Yeah,
No
we
matter
have
what
to.
you're changing, if it's an alcohol
Yeah.
problem, weight problem, hoardism, anything, drugs, anything, you have to start up here, and you have to
We did have
have
that
that.
talk, and I'm like, no, it has to start right here. But actually, like, super importante. Like, you could want it here, right? But you have to really like to
Yeah.
go into the process of making the change. Yes, you want, you're, God's got you. You got it, right? But like here is like you up right there, right? People
And here's what
coming
happens.
at you.
I mean, people will feel it in here, right? We'll all feel it in here, and we'll go through. Sometimes we'll go through years saying, "I want to change." You have this feeling inside you, "I want to make that change. I want to do this. I'm going to do this one day. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it." But guess what? It doesn't actually happen unless this decides to do it. Because what happens is, even when people decide to make that change one day, let's the weight thing is the perfect example, because the girl I was speaking
Yeah,
with,
we
and she
did
told
that.
me the
Yeah,
problems that she was having was,
the eating thing.
she
I
would she would tell me
remember.
she would tell me the truth. Like, she would
Yeah,
say, "Okay, I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to eat this," but then she would lie to herself and then go eat something, and then, okay, that's why it's up here now, because you have that feeling here that you honestly want to change it no matter what,
like
right? But up
divert
here,
your
when you're lying
yeah.
to yourself, you know that's the problem. That's where the obstacle is, right here. So this has to be
And
in order as well.
it's the same thing. Like I said, I was doing some stuff online, and I couldn't do it. I was like, why am I even like doing it? It's like I'm trying to switch it off. Like what happened, right? And it's almost what's it called? A diversion. It's like lying to yourself, making you feel like you can
Yeah,
do this, but really this is happening. It's like that cookie, but you're gonna eat this fucking crack, or just stupid shit
but you
like
feel
that.
one
You know what I
way,
mean?
yeah, it's like you want to
And
do it,
like
but
do
then
it.
you're feeling, and you got two
You
different
try
things
and
going in opposite direction.
you continue. Fuck, what the fuck? And then you get frustrated and angry, and you're like, fuck, like I fuck everybody. Like I can't fuck shit. Well, maybe I just need to take a look at like what's really fucking going on and change that. Not fucking easy, people. Okay, whatever that looks like. Everyone's situation is super important. Like everyone goes through what they go through. No one's is different or worse or better or whatever, than anybody else. Everyone is individual. Everyone's situation is each individual. And I had to stress that because everyone compares, and I don't like comparison or
I hate comparison too. Here's a perfect example of that. My mom will constantly compare herself to other people, and she'd be like, "Well, they're doing that." I'm like, "We're not
yeah,
talking about them. We're talking about you."
yeah.
And she's like, and I'm like, "Don't compare yourself to them or other people." And I can't stand that.
I mean, I'm at fault for that, but it's just another deflection. It's a deflection
Yeah.
of we don't I shit, right?
And it's an excuse that you give yourself why you can't do something
Yeah.
or overcome something or become something you want, and you
Yeah.
compare yourself to someone else, and it's like, well, guess what? You just fucking blew it right there by comparing yourself to someone else. You're supposed to be
It's
looking
hard,
at yourself, and that's
man.
it.
It's so hard to, and I want to stress to yourself, and it's so hard to look at what you're doing, what you're not, and then reverting back to like what your mom and dad taught you, or whatever the fuck, if you have family. If you're to look at yourself for real, authentically say, you know what, you're fucking smoking too much something, you're drinking too much alcohol, you're fucking eating too much. You gotta look in the mirror like I talk to myself, like, dude, bro, up, man. Like you need to fucking get it together. The only fucking person that can save you from yourself is you. Else can do that. They can judge you, they can fucking point, but they're not inside of you, right? To have that strength here, first, you got to feel that. You got to want it, right? That, and then you got to be like mentally, mind over matter. Are you going to do it or not? If you're not going to just say, I can't fucking do it today, right? But you can change in any you want to change, or you can just fight like me and be like, what up, man? No, don't do that. But you, whatever the fuck you, whatever you want. It's not easy, dude. That's like, it's like telling me to put a fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's super non-familiar for people. Find the right people to talk to. You need to find a community that you, if you need therapy, don't be afraid of it. Don't fucking, you know, who gives a fuck what people think about you? You know what? Fuck you. Judge me, fuck you. That's what I say. Fuck you. I do that. I fucking do that. You want to cool? Because I shave. Okay, cool, man. What did you do today? Nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's fuck out my way, man. At least I shaved my head today. What the fuck? You're just sitting there fucking. But for real, like, people, you know, like, it's the littlest shit. Oh, you're fucking, you're not home. Get the what the fuck, man? Go fucking stay in your lane, bro. Stay in the curve, man. Worry about your life, because you haven't walked in my shoes, motherfucker, and I haven't walked back. Kick back. Quiet. That's like, it's super hard. It's not, it's hard.
It's very hard for some people. And some people, they don't even realize they have a problem to begin with. So if someone don't tell them or bring it up to them, that thing like that hit me one day will never happen. And to be honest, I mean, it doesn't. Here's the thing. Here's what's something I would agree with, and some people might not agree with. But some people, like I have a friend, for example, who don't see hoarding as a problem at all. I mean, he could give a fuck
so
about.
Crazy to me, dude.
He could give a fuck about what anybody thinks, and he's perfectly fine the way he lives. And I have to agree with that because they're okay with it themselves.
Okay.
I wasn't okay with it myself. I said, I don't want to live this way. So that's the thing. Like, if they're okay with it and they know they have a problem or they like living that way, hey, more power to you. That's fine. But if you come to that point one day and you're like, this ain't me, I don't want to live that way, then you honestly need to do something, because you're not going to be happy if you don't fucking change something that was molded around you, and that's not you.
Well, it depends also how old people are, right? There's a certain age that changes super hard. So used to this way of living, say you're like 60, 50, 60, it's hard to change. I mean,
no, he's been doing this his whole fucking life.
If you, let me get this, let me make clear. If you are not harming anybody else, right? If it's you and you're happy with the way that you're harming, so be it. If there is harm caused to others, I say that, and I'm speaking to I have to speak to myself, right?
I agree with that. Yep.
Well, and I have to look at that, and
you can't harm other people either. Yes, I agree with that 100%.
That's, I'm talking about just, you know, in that environment, right? And you're whatever. You can protect your, but if you are in hoarding, right, and it's causing the situation to be dirty or not, you know, and there's other people living in that vicinity, you know, that's something that you need to be. If it's you and you're old and you're just like, fuck this, like, I just love the way I live and I love my so fucking, you know what, hands up, you did it, you lived, keep go whatever the fuck you want, you raised your kids, your grandkids, you're fucking out, smoke your cigarettes, fucking do whatever the fuck, walk around in your dirty chonas, I don't care, but get nurse if you need one. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Get a nurse. Get a fucking nurse.
Dude, I watched this one hoarding show. It was not. She loved animals, like me. That's gonna be me when I'm older. But dude, seriously, like thousands, like 70 cats, dude, in her
That's nuts.
apartment. A lot of cats. So like the poop.
I mean, you would
and the
constantly be
shit like that.
changing litter boxes all day long if you were actually taking care of the cats.
I hate it. I hate it, but I love animals. So and their feet, and I just pick them up. So I don't know. But
Could you imagine changing 70 cat litter boxes?
well, then no, I'd actually be maybe no, but I'd actually like put them in a foster care. But this lady really loved, that was her thing. That was just, unfortunately she couldn't maintain, and so it's just sad. It's
Well,
sad people
nobody
can't
can
see the.
maintain fucking 70 cats. I couldn't even
Dude, it was
maintain. I
gnarly,
couldn't even maintain
man.
one
It was like
fucking cat.
gnarly. PD, poor PD. But it was really sad.
I mean, I
She
give it
really.
up to you all the time because you had birds and 2 cats and dogs and kids. I mean, my
I love
God,
it.
I can't even imagine taking care of all that. I can't even imagine.
That's my crazy cuckoo fucking local cabeza self.
But that's I give it up to you. That's incredible to me. Like you are the motherly type for sure.
I actually love it. I'm not good at it every day. I can, and I'm not a good role model for some people. Please at home what I do, but like I just live my life the best that I can, the best of my capability, and to be accountable, to hold yourself accountable when you're wrong. It's super important change, and if you know that, if you know it, you're speaking it, then it's you know what I'm saying, like, but hey, this is a therapy session with Dawn and Dawn. Hey, can you, having a conversation with myself, just listening to myself talk right now. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're fucking, shut up. Dude, anything is possible, right? Anything is fucking. You don't need your fucking parent. You don't need your fucking family, man. You don't need your family. As
Sometimes
sad
they
as
hold you. Sometimes they hold you in that environment that you don't even want to be in,
it's fucking
and they
sad.
trap you there. They trap you
Dude.
there, and but in here you're feeling like this isn't me, and you can't get out because you don't want to hurt their feelings or lose your family or this or that, and you're stuck in a life that's not even yours.
And it hurts really bad, and it really does hurt. It really is a fucking. It's a tender thing. It hurts to the touch. You know what I mean? Like it really fucking fuck it, man. Like they're holding me back, and I just wanted to shave my head. So get the fuck out of here. No, I do love my family. I do. Unconditionally, but it's just not there. So, man.
So
Sad
what would
when you want to
you
fucking sex, drugs, and punk and rock.
punk rock and roll? What would you say to people that honestly believe that because the way they were raised that they don't have the ability to change?
Ooh.
What would you say to them?
Fuck that. Fuck that. That's what I was. Fuck that. And because I didn't feel that. I get that. Like I get that feeling. I was there for a real my whole fucking life, right? And if you do that, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You weren't brought here for them. You were brought here because you have a purpose. You weren't brought here by mistake, right? Even though fuck that, you were brought here because you have a fucking purpose, and you need to find it within yourself. No matter how bad it hurts, no matter where you're at, struggle. If you're homeless, fuck, do that. Like, find that. You can do that, and I fuck it, man. But it just sucks, dude. It is going to be a pain. Here's the thing. You have to fucking do the work, okay? You have to be willing to go through shit to get. You gotta go through it. You can't go around it. What do they say? You gotta go through it. You can't go fucking around it. Just shit. You gotta lose people. You gotta cry. You gotta be called a piece of shit. You gotta be fucking thrown in jail. You gotta be handcuffed. You gotta go through the shit to get to where destination, wherever that may be, and hopefully it's not 10 feet under. But you gotta go through grace and integrity and fucking strength and perseverance and fucking know your up and stand. Rise the fuck up, bitches.
What kind of advice would you give those people to like change? Like if they honestly believe that they were able to change because of how they were raised, what advice would you give them to start, like the first step to start that change that we both know is possible, but you want to try to help them as them out there?
Somebody that if you see something that you relate to in somebody and you really want to, you can talk to and trust, that you can I always say one not having the right support system, right? So
But even before that step there, like, what would you tell them for that, like how to change? Because I know I can feel what they're feeling just by observing what they're telling me from those people. So here's what I was trying to explain was, how do you get them to change that feeling that it's impossible for them to change when they have
I
that
can't do
feeling
that.
inside them? Like, what advice would you give them to change that feeling that's in here? Like, it's impossible for me to change because how I was raised. What would you tell them?
There's no human, there's nobody that can tell you or help you with that, right? It lies inside of you. The only person that can change where you're at, where you're standing. I can sit here and I can suggest all things. You can go talk to somebody. You can fucking, the only fucking person that can do that is you, and everything lies deep within. It is you that can change that. And
But
it's sad.
do you think there's something that they need to hear or do that triggers it, or are they just going to be stuck that way forever?
You are the only person that can know you're honest. You're the only person that knows and feels what you feel. If you are, it can change that. Yeah, people will tell you all the time, you got to be this way. You're going to do that, right? You have to be quiet with self, and you have to truly go inside, and you have to say, dude, do I really want to be this way? Do I really? Nobody, there's nothing. There is no man, there is no woman, there's no husband, there's no wife, your pronoun is. And it makes me emotional because it's so hard. It is so tough. It hurt. It's like, fuck, man. Like, this is so scary. I gotta, and be this. I'm gonna lose everything. I'm gonna lose every scariest thing to go deep down inside into that deep dark place and really dig. And who do I really want to be? Not for anybody else, but for myself. Because once you step out, like they say, once you step out of the closet, or once you it's the same thing. Like, or I'm a lesbian, or this or that. That's when the truth. That's the truth. Fucking stand your ground, because that's when you know who the fuck you are. It's not easy. That's it. It's gonna be the most. I remember when I did it, man. I was like getting messages like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you just did that." And I'm like, "What am I gonna do?" I think I saved one of them because I was just like, people saw this change in me, and they were like, "What?" And I said, "Dude, this is it, man. If I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. A whole fucking for a year. I've been like this, man. This fucking roller coaster, Untethered Muse, like just like, but like the more is revealed as I grow as a person, painful it becomes, and real it becomes, and authentic, and it's fucking. But I encourage people to do that because
And look
you
what
are so
came out.
loved and you are doing.
Look at the things that came out, the beautiful art you make now, and everything else.
Also messy that comes with that. There's also, not balance and crazy and fucking. There's so much that comes with that, but there's so much beauty that will of my experiences in that, and it's just, I just think inside it's not easy. I don't know. I'm all emotional because it's really scary. Like it makes me. It's like I first wanted to do all of this and become Untethered Muse, and it's terrifying. It's really terrifying. I want to. If you were to come out of the closet and say you were gay or like a lesbian, it's like really scary. Like you live in you're now now you're this person, and people are like, what the fuck? It's not easy. So I don't know. I just it is what the fuck you're naked now. But it's like it's like it takes a lot of courage. Everybody got authenticity in them. They were here for a purpose. We weren't brought here to fucking suffer under a fuck it. We were brought here because there's something in us that we have to offer this world. And once, man, the world's gonna give it to you, and it may not be now. It may not be me. It's not happening now, but it'll come. And I don't know. It makes me so. You can do it.
You can do it. You can do it.
And Brian, what's your little niche on the sitch?
I just I know a lot of people that I deal with and talk to about this, whether it's friends or some family members or whatever.
Mm.
And I get frustrated because
You do.
they actually believe that they are stuck in a state of life to where they cannot change anymore because my grandfather did this or my father did this and now I'm like this, and and they honestly believe that they cannot change and this is the way they're going to be from now on. And it's like, and then they tell me like, well, I don't know how to change. And it's like, it's hard for me to reach them, like what we're talking about, all the different things we're talking about now. And I try to talk to them and give them advice and do this and that. And it's so like hard to reach them because it's just like some people you cannot reach to that point.
I want to reach my mom, so I really like.
Yeah, that's a good example right there. I mean, they're on another.
I just feel that something in me, like my purpose is to help her see. She probably won't like me saying this, but I just want her to see her value and her worth and know that she is. Why am I crying so much right now? And I want her to see that she's important. And things, she taught me everything I know, and it's not her fault, but she doesn't know too, and she has it and I don't, and it's like I just want her to be. She can't. There's no. I can't do it because she wants to her mom's love or her sister, her family's love, and there's no at the same time she suffers, and it's not easy to change. It's not. It's like you want to. I kind of do this not for her, but just to show her that did an amazing job, I guess. You know, like she's not a complete feel, but she's a strong woman, and I just hope that she sees that. I don't know, but it's hard to
And it's
change
hard to
people.
reach. It's hard to reach them. You know, sometimes it's hard to reach them because sometimes they'll just block you, not block you, but
Yeah,
they might say a few words to you and then they don't want to talk anymore. So that's the way they kind of shut you down. They don't want to discuss something, you know, they don't want to discuss life or anything like that. So they kind of shut you out. And
yeah,
that's what we mean about trying to reach them, because they don't want to, maybe they're not strong enough themselves to talk about that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
they don't want to bring themselves down and then start,
Don't give up don't
crying
give
or
up
whatever.
on yourself while you're doing it. You know, like continue. You know, they're watching to live your life and change yourself. Like do what your purpose is. And that know it, it will help. In some way. Yeah, it's not fucking easy, man. Fucking family, it's not easy.
It's hard to reach people. It's like, why can't you understand this? Or why aren't you talking to me? Or why are you shutting me out? It's like,
Yeah, it's hard to reach people.
I'm the last person anybody needs to reach, because I'm like, I'm just here. I mean, everything. I mean, she thinks I constantly have problems, but I got
Is it?
problems around me.
Oh
I got
hell.
problems around me. There's one now in the
He likes
basement.
to deflect and he's flooding himself, but that's okay. That's a story for another day. But are you yeah, daddy, daddy. Maybe he's my that like soon. I am gonna take a DNA test because I just don't know, and I hope. Did you take a DNA test, motherfucker?
Did you take that DNA test yet?
Did I take that DNA test?
I told you to go take it. Did you take it?
It costs money, and hold on, Daddy. I'm getting there. Okay.
Ask the government. They'll help you out. Free DNA. It's called freedna.com.
Con got that Jerry Springer. Jerry Free DNA. Really? Free DNA. I can't show.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just
Oh,
joking. I don't know if that's real.
golly, fuck. But yeah, it'll come. I don't know if he's my dad or my granddaddy or the milkman. Oh no.
That milkman.
But yeah, this was a fucking good topic. I got so emotional during this topic. What a trip.
You did. You got
But
very
it was good
emotional.
video. But
I liked
yeah,
it though.
you
I thought it was a good
guys,
topic.
it was fucking
I
epic.
thought it was a good
Thanks for picking the
topic. I
topic.
liked it.
Yeah, and there's more to come, dude. I went on live before we go. I went on live on the tick yesterday. It's it's another day. What day is it again? Aiden's about to wake
Monday.
up, but Aiden's about to wake up. But I went on live, and there's some things that are gonna come out, and I just want people to know everyone has an opinion. It's called freedom of speech. This is what I've gone through, and I feel that I have to have a voice because not a lot of people have one, and so I'm gonna be the and just take a chill pill, take some pop along for the ride because it's going to be one of those things that it's going to get a lot of but I feel in my feels that things need to be said. And know your history, motherfuckers, because if you don't, just I just feel that if I do not say it, it will never be said. I'm excited to do it. I'm nervous. If I don't fucking do it, dude, it's not gonna be done. And that's an experience that I need to fucking have it done. So That's
Do the doo-doo.
do the doo-doo.
Do the doo-doo. Do the
Just
doo-doo.
remember, one nation under God, and we are one love, and we are one nation under God, right? American. Forget it. And remember, motherfuckers, at the end of the day, you are the most important person. Don't listen to the noise. And
Don't listen to the
be who
fuck
the
ups.
fuck
Don't listen to them.
you were brought here for a purpose. You were brought here to suffer. So fucking go get him. Consider your bitch, man.
Have a shot of vodka and say, fuck you. I do what I want. I do it. It's my life. I do what I wish. I do what I wish. Have a shot of vodka and do what you want. Do what you want.
Do what you want with respect or no boundaries. Don't be like me, okay? Okay, so have a motherfucking great day, and yeah, I love you, motherfuckers. We'll see you, motherfuckers, really.
Happy Monday on the Untethered Muse video podcast, only on YouTube.
Bye.